Is that how you greet all of your customers?
Is that you?
Baptiste?
How'd you get here?
I was back at Derceto. Looking for my Uncle Jeremy?
Jeremy's your uncle. I didn't know.
Why would you? You're still working at Derceto?
Yeah, both me and Lotta stuck around. We're real orderlies now. You remember my sister Lotta, don't you?
What happened, Baptiste? How are we here?
You know about the dark man haunting your uncle?
I'm familiar with his mental state.
I think we all in his head somehow. Cause these streets are real, but they're not like on any map. Nah, this is like when you remember something, but in the wrong way.
Do you know how to get back to Derceto? I'm not safe here.
Neither are you.
Fewer words have yet been spoken, Mrs. Marcus.
Don't call me that. It's Miss Emily Hartwood. There's no reason to call me anything else.
I'm sorry, Miss Emily. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. This place ain't safe for no one. There's evil hiding in the dark.
How do I get back?
Only Jeremy knows how. He has this juju necklace guiding him.
You mean this talisman?
Mm-hmm. Just like it. He says it's been protecting him ever since he got it from Miss Jackson down the street.
You know where it came from? Have you been there?
I was there no more than 1 hour ago looking for Jeremy. Locked it up to keep the ghouls from getting inside. You can have the key if you want.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Stay safe, miss.
Alright, we possibly the evil within now. We're inside Jeremy's head. Baptiste's keys. Another key item. There are 3 keys on the chain, one that opens up to Miss Jackson's place in the French Quarter. Then there are 2 belonging to Derceto, one for the clerk's office and one for the library. Alright. We'll need that a couple of times. Do you have any healing items and or bullets in here? Because I desperately need both. Preserved a reptile. Yeah, we were looking at that, and then he ambushed us. Did he think we were a ghoul? Because if so, he's got terrible eyesight. Right, so I came in through there. What's behind the counter? Oh, we can see that body there. That's kind of neat. Tell me I can't pick that up.
Are you staying here?
For a while. Want to see if Jeremy shows up.
Your sister. She also works at Derceto?
Yeah, she the one who got us jobs.
Lottie.
Be careful, okay?
You said it, miss.
If he was here looking at us fighting on the street, surely he'd know who we are and or not to ambush us. Weird behavior. So that door leads out to the alley where we got ambushed when we picked up the pipe. I assume at this point we need to make our way to the locked gate on the left-hand side, and we're going to run into hostiles along the way. Just like that. That's different. And yeah, I don't have the resources for this, so I'm going to need to try and stealth this. Nothing? about there? That's not good. Do these things respawn? Okay, that's terrible. And I suppose I can hide in here again. Do you have any thoughts on that thing, dude? Are the lights off, or do they not spawn until we get closer? They don't spawn until we get closer. Right. You guys hear that? Things I need to get behind there. That's not a great throw. I did not mean to do that, but I'll take it. Maybe I'll be okay. Those last words. Open up. Don't know if I've got the right idea there to throw at the enemy on us. Given that I'm being followed, I take it it's not a good idea. And we've got one on the left as well. Okay, I'm screwed. Just like that. Oh! Interesting. What is that thing? Yeah, your facial expression is kind of how I feel. Can I load at a recent checkpoints? Because I really want to try and get around this guy without alerting him, but I don't know how possible it is. We're in here as a checkpoint and it hasn't alerted him. I'm not happy with that solution, but it is what it is. Not that. 4 pistol bullets, nice. I'll burn all 4 of those and more in just a moment. Another 4. Game's being generous. The Molotov is not as powerful as I thought it would be. Yeah, so I see the icon now, that is a rock. That is a Molotov icon. It's kind of hard to see the difference. I think the rocks were described as lures earlier, which honestly didn't seem to work terribly well against that guy outside. What the fuck is going on here? Whatever it is, it's not pleasant. I'm going to take that Molotov with me if that's alright with you lot. It means I'm moving very slowly, but when I get ambushed next, I'm going to be ready. I mean, I can hear someone up there, so it won't be long. It's another one of these. Oh, that frame race. Whoa. Dude, can you vomit crap on me? Really? Alright, so I'm possibly dead. Tries to run away there. Down to 8 bullets. That is a Juju. I have no idea why a Juju and a streetcar ticket would be related, but I did not make this game. Yeah, these things, I don't know how to use them. Like, what purpose do they serve, really? So this flashlight is probably not helping. Alright, I have to drop the rock now. Don't have a choice.
This must be Miss Jackson's place. Let's see if we can find out more about Jeremy's talisman.
I think it's going to be safe here. Famous last words. 5 pistol bullets. So I do wonder if it's dynamically adjusting the number of bullets based on how many I'm carrying. That would be a very smart way of doing this. Skull with feathers.
It looks exactly like Jeremy's talisman.
In between there are doors. We don't get narration on this. An old talisman shaped over centuries. The engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. The polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture within itself. Picture within a talisman. Okay.
Emily found this waking dream disturbingly persuasive. If this was Jeremy's world, what did that mean? Was the Hartwood family suffering a literal curse? Was the dark man, that ghoulish specter haunting Jeremy, an actual supernatural being? Emily pushed her thoughts aside and focused. She needed to find out about the talisman and get back to Desetto.
It certainly sounded like it, that he was being haunted.
Emily
Right, I missed this one.
Emily couldn't understand where she was, but it felt like a waking dream. Baptiste, who she vaguely remembered from her past, claimed to work as an orderly at Desetto. He was also looking for Jeremy, and seemed to imply that he was chasing him through Jeremy's own mind. Maybe this wasn't Emily's dream, but Jeremy's, and she was trapped inside somehow. Baptiste suspected that Jeremy was in some control due to a talisman that he had been given by a Miss Jackson, a name Emily recalled to be one of the many voodoo witch doctors in the French Quarter. In hope to find a way back to Deseto, Emily set out to find Miss Jackson's place.
And now we found it. We can use this to get back to Deseto, and I'm hoping it's as simple as just retracing our steps back into Jeremy's room. We can do that, whatever that is. I'm pushing X and nothing's happening. Maybe I have to do this first.
I think it's meant to hold the talisman.
We have a puzzle, just like that. That door is still locked. I need to take a look at the notes. Okay, I didn't see those earlier. I've read all this, haven't I? Just making sure. Boiler. The diary, just that one room.
Talisman with black sunstone. An ancient navigational tool found inside a cheniere along the Bayou Tonk. The old grave was uncovered by oil riggers and said to have unleashed a vagabond devil that massacred its finders.
3 numbers are needed to span a bridge between the scapes of dream and memory, according to Stein. Not where I want to be, but it's a start. 3, 5, 8.
Okay.
I'm not sure what numbers I should use. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
What am I looking at on the outside here? I see 6, 4, 2. What on earth am I doing here? I can see the numbers. Like at the top there I see 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is missing. Like, is it saying to put 3 up there and then... Five. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Where is... Right, taking a closer look at this. I've got no idea why 2 is circled on the left-hand side there. 3 5As. The problem is that doesn't look like what we're playing with right now. Alright, so 3, 5, 8 are circled on the top left as well. If you're watching on Twitch, it'll be hard to see, but if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. I assume the numbers on the outer edge mean nothing. What am I doing here? So that ring is pointing to a 3. The bottom is pointing to a 5, and then if I point that at 8... Where's the error on the outside, though? I wish I had a mouse cursor so I could show you what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm confused.
What's that picture in the glass? Where is that?
I want to be very clear, I have no idea why that triggered. I can see 8 is pointing to the arrow, or the arrow is pointing at the 8, but I don't know why that triggered. Okay, that's Ricky as hell.
Good to see you again, Miss Hartwood. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. She also alerted me that you brought a detective with you. I'm very curious to hear what this is all about. You don't remember me, do you, Miss Hartwood? We met at your family's house in the Garden District, when your uncle was about to be admitted under my care.
No, I remember. Sorry. I'm not really feeling well.
Oh, well, in that case, have a seat. Let me make you a drink.
No comments on my bloodstains?
I don't seem to have made much of an impression on you. On the other hand, I can vividly recall you and your parents.
Because of our cheerful disposition, I'm sure.
You are far too intelligent to think that. You come from a joyless family, Miss Hartwood. The only amusement I took from my visit was discovering that the young lady's drink was an old-fashioned.
Very astute. Is that supposed to make you seem attentive or intelligent?
Whatever you prefer.
Dang.
Are you ready to tell me why you are here, Miss Hartwood? And why you brought a detective?
I received a letter from my uncle. He seems certain that he was in danger here. If I find out you're treating him badly, I'll be taking him back with me to New Orleans.
Really? Is he going to live with you in your tiny garçonniere? That would be a spectacular way to ratify your spinsterhood. Because you are well aware that your father would never let him back in his house. No, I have it. Maybe you can bring him back up north. You've been wanting to move back for quite a few years, haven't you? You always preferred your mother's side of the family. Jeremy is free to leave with you. I won't object. However, there is one problem, as you might have learned. He is, in fact, missing.
Do you know where he could have gone?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I have my staff looking for him. I'm sure he will show up eventually, especially if he learns that you are here. He is quite fond of you.
What can you tell me about his condition? I never heard a proper diagnosis. What is your medical opinion of him?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, depressed, even. He suffers from a perceived lack of order in his inner and outer life. He constantly complains about events not presenting themselves according to their divine nature.
And the Dark Man?
Hard to tell if it was ever anything specific. Jeremy uses the Dark Man as a psychological scapegoat to avoid facing the truth that he is in any way at fault.
Personal space,
You
dude.
don't think there can be any truth to the Dark Man's supernatural existence?
Why would you ask that?
Can we ever be sure?
If the Dark Man is some sort of evil presence that is in possession of Jeremy,
Well,
I assure you, any evidence that you experience supporting that claim is purely delusional. Don't get caught up in mass hysteria, Miss Hartwood. You wouldn't want to take your uncle's place in this hospital, would you?
I'll be leaving now, Doctor. I need to keep looking for my uncle.
Do so, Miss Hartwood. I'll let you know if he shows up.
You can't prove something that's potentially imaginary. Weird. Chapter 2. Wow, okay. Short chapter, or what felt like a short chapter. We are back into Cesso.
Detective Carnby! God, I'm glad to see you. I was afraid you had left.
Me? You're the one who just disappeared.
It's hard to explain. I think I blacked out. It was like I went somewhere else.
It's okay, miss. You're clearly upset.
No, I don't know what's happening.
This is a very stressful situation for you, I understand.
Ugh, no, you don't understand.
Just take a deep breath. Why don't you sit down, smoke some of the Perique? If you want, I could even drive you back to New Orleans. I just want to have a talk with Dr. Gray first.
I want to stay. I found a talisman just like the one in the painting. I think I might be able to figure out where Tarawea is, where Jeremy wanted to go.
That's great. Just stay out of trouble, okay? Let me handle the investigation.
I'm not crazy, Detective. Not yet.
Okay, catch you later.
Are we going to find a bunch of dead orderlies with hatchets, pipe, and gunshot wounds around here? Because if so, that would be fantastic. What the hell just happened?
If a talisman like this can open up doors between the French Quarter and Derceto, then maybe Jeremy is hiding in some strange other world. Like Tarawea, the place he mentioned in the book. No matter where he is, it's clear that my search won't be limited to Derceto.
Alright, Emily, you go on thinking that. Where are we? We're in reception. We passed through the treatment room. The doctor's office is pink, which means there's stuff to do in there. Okay. Rubber stamp. Unlocks the shotgun cabinets. What the hell? Secret objective, shotgun cabinets and forbidden knowledge. Unlocks a hidden memory in the attic. I probably shouldn't be reading that. I think that's the... No, that's not the doctor's office. That is reception. I vaguely remember this room from the demo. We can open that using one of Baptiste's keys, which we've picked up from a corner store in New Orleans, and definitely not a abandoned corner of this mansion anywhere. Repairing the boiler.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
I thought we had to solve that slidey puzzle first and then put the valve in. Math. Not even once. Broken plates.
Paul, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
Who wrote that part? We've seen that. Also, we have objectives.
Despite making a fool of herself in front of Dr. Gray and Detective Conby, Emily felt surprisingly invigorated. She felt absolutely sure that it was her manipulation of the talisman that had brought her back to Derceto. Jeremy mentioned 2 items in his commonplace book that somehow connected him to 2 more dreams, or whatever they should be called. If Jeremy had 2 more worlds open to him, then maybe he would hide there if he was scared. Or maybe he found a way to Tarawea, the place Jeremy so desperately wanted to visit. Excited to follow up on her clues, Emily set out to find the old clock and the boiler.
I wouldn't say excited. I didn't get an excited vibe from her when she was chatting to Carnby earlier. We know where the boiler is, though. Staff and Patient Directory.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is Deceto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at Derceto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the 1st floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course Cassandra Beauregard live on the 2nd floor.
Grace Saunders is a patient. Wow. Interesting. Room key number 6. I'll check out whose room that is in just a moment. We have a safe. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Looks like a painting of some sort. Patient files. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Alright, so room number 6 is Elisabetta Perossi. That is a lot of stuff, and I may hold off reading that until we reach the relevant rooms.
Interesting. It's all the patient files except for Jeremy's.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, Emily.
Looks sturdy. Doubt I'll be opening this.
We can open it once we've got the combination. Maybe we'll find a hip pouch in there.
I need the key. I need the key.
Don't know why it says set underneath that. That's weird. That is Dr. Gray's office, which is barred. But we can possibly get back in from the other side. We totally can. Camera seems to be a bit drunk. So this is the front entrance,
I need the key.
I think. Oh my god, just like that I'm lost. No, that's not the front entrance. The front entrance is over here. So reception is there, and this is where Carnby came in.
I can't leave. I need to find Jeremy.
That door's locked. This leads to the piazza. And in that well over there, there is a tile. That's possibly going to open up the boiler. What am I looking at down there? That would be a shortcut, wouldn't it? So we can go in there, we've got the keys to the library. Let's go back down here though. I want to take a look at that ladder and also that well. I'm certain I can't do anything with it just yet. The well, that is, but maybe I can do something about that ladder. Oh. That's devastating to my cause. I don't suppose this is open, or we can unlock it with Batiste's key?
I need the key.
No. Maybe I do need to go upstairs to room number 6. Because, yeah, we can't do anything in here. This is the boiler. Oh. I either missed that earlier, or it's only just appeared now. Pieces of plate.
You know, Mr. Waits, I saw a piece of the plate that Liza broke. I think she's been hiding them. She's not very good at it. She just chucked it into the little room with all the tools behind the boiler. I left it there. I didn't want to embarrass her by picking it up while she was looking. We went upstairs instead and played backgammon. I let her win, because she's so unhappy. The piece looked like the one on display in Cassandra's room. You know about that one already, right? Or is your eyesight really that fuzzy? I hope you don't feel bad about your glasses. You only look stupid when you squint. Maybe if you had more eyes, you would see these things. I wish you had all the eyes you needed. Your best and favorite guest, Grace.
Alright, Grace is a shithead confirmed.
What's that stain? Looks like some kind of rot.
That was mentioned, the Ross. So there is a place there, and there is possibly a place in Cassandra's room. Yeah, I do question if we are in danger here. In Deseto at all. Maybe we will be later in the game, but I feel like we're only in danger when we're in the Dark World or whatever it is. The streets of New Orleans, French Quarter. That's the bathroom. The orderly's room. Are you in here, sir? You are not, and I haven't seen any dead bodies yet. Okay, let's check out the library. Why, hello there. Smoking will kill you, kids. Don't do it. Smoking is not cool. Also, nice boots.
Good evening, Miss Hartwood. That is your name, isn't it? I would be terribly embarrassed if it wasn't.
How do you know that?
You're right. Emily Hartwood, Jeremy's niece. Nice to meet you.
Ruth Talon.
One of the 6 patients. She's checking us out.
Is that Perique you're smoking? How terribly quaint.
Maybe so, but I like it.
Would you care to share some? That smell is making me feel very nostalgic.
Is it all that you hope for?
I enjoy your light mockery, Miss Hartwood. I can tell we would make great friends.
I have Mrs. here.
How flattering. Too bad you're locked up in this place.
Your insincerity is really refreshing. I wish you were mad as I am. Then you could stay.
Give it a few years and I might just be. Lunacy is one of my family's few privileges.
Oh, good. I'll be looking forward to it.
You don't know anything about what happened to Jeremy, do you?
Everyone here is really strange, and it's hard to know what to make of anything you hear. Occasionally, it sounds quite exciting, though. Good versus evil and all that. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have anything useful to share.
It doesn't matter. Thank you for the much-needed break.
Bon voyage.
I was about to say you can continue smoking that for a bit longer. Interesting. Ruth Talance might have a thing for us.
Emily felt surprised by how much she enjoyed the company of Ruth. There was something familiar and friendly about her. like they were old friends that simply forgot about each other.
Oof. Maybe she remembers us, but we don't remember her. Lost Plantations of Louisiana.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana. Thierry Briclot, 1917. Derceto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elijah Pickford in 1818. Pickford employed hundreds of workers from nearby New Orleans to clear the woods and build a small plantation mansion facing the lake with a striking Greek Revival temple facade. Derceto kept a modest production of Perique tobacco and indigo that persisted up till the Civil War. During the antebellum era, Derceto was the source of many rumors concerning voodoo and witchcraft. People who traveled the lake reported seeing people dance at night in front of bonfires, bleating and wailing. On June 17, 1862, Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army recounts leading a raiding party from ships anchored in Lake Pontchartrain in order to seize control of Derceto and free the slaves working there. The captain was surprised to find the workers fighting back with unprecedented zeal. Norton's account describes these men and women as enraged with fanaticism. Pickford reportedly tried to placate the raiders, but was shot in the confusion. Captain Norton left the mansion burning and retreated to his ships with his men. Derceto was left in ruins for several decades. The ownership of the land was long disputed and returned to the Ledoux family in 1901. Several police reports were filed during the following years as the Ledoux tried to get rid of a camp of squatters on their land. The police made several visits to remove the trespassers, but the people kept returning. On November 1st, 1907, Inspector Legrasse of the police charged a deadly attack in order to save several children kidnapped by the squatters. Many were killed, and even more were jailed. The following year, Ledoux rebuilt Derceto, incorporating the surviving stone foundation and adding a magnificent wrought iron conservatory. The farmland had been reclaimed by the surrounding woods, so it was no longer profitable to use as a plantation. Instead, the house was turned into an artist's colony. The Astarte Artist Colony was a successful group of artists, including figures such as painter Heinrich Cassel and poet Nora Keith. The group was also known for their beloved Mardi Gras crew called the Pirates of Pontchartrain. On September 29, 1915, a tropical hurricane tore through Louisiana, causing Lake Pontchartrain to flood New Orleans. Due to the remote location of Derceto, it took almost 2 weeks for outsiders to learn that the artist's colony was abandoned. The 12 residing artists had all vanished without a trace. The empty mansion of Derceto still stands on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, with much of its temple facade intact. The Ledoux family currently has no intention of repairing the house.
Most of that is new. It started off similar, about the house being built, occupied by slavers, and then it was attacked. But squatters being in there, kidnapping children, that's new. An artist colony, that's new. And whatever it is now, some sort of mental asylum, hospital, that is most certainly new. No mention of Captain Prext. I can talk to you some more.
Are you reading anything good?
A Brightness from Afar by Lord Boleskine. It's actually not bad.
You know where Detective Carnby is?
Oh, you don't need him. You're doing fine.
That's not a terribly convincing answer.
I should probably go.
Until next time, chérie.
There's a keyhole there, but it's not locked. So, the curtains have been closed now, but that looks towards the conservatory. We looked through there earlier. as does this window here. Although, it looks like we can open that now. No? Jesus!
What is going on here?
What the fuck? We're going to die. This place looks like it's flooding. I have 9 pipe. Yeah, this place is flooding through the fireplace. I have debris. Let me grab the pipe. I'm trying to sprint and it's not letting me. Do I need to smash my way out of here? Chain door. Okay, I'm probably dead. Controller's vibrating a lot now. We have a bolt cutter, straight out of RE7 quarters. And it's a key item, but it's not a key. Alright, we need to bolt cut this. What the hell, dude?
Everything's back to normal.
Alright, do we think Emily is losing it? Or is that happening in an alternate reality or something? I'm inclined to think that Emily is losing it. Hopefully I don't get DMCA'd for that. What's under the door?
What's shut?
Oh, reach down, bend at the knees, and pull it out. That leads to the drawing room. There's more we can do here, there's more we can do next door. I spy with my little eyes shotgun. Indeed. It's not marked on the map. Trying to smash it? And it's not doing much. Yeah, I saw that. More debris. Oh, fire poker. Can I smash it with this? No. Okay, I tried opening this earlier. Let's try it now. One-way curtains, perhaps. I don't see her in the chair anymore. I can get to the other side of that door now. The door that I couldn't go through earlier because it seemed to be locked. What about this door? Oh, we've also got a chain door on the right-hand side, don't we? You must be Lottie.
What are you doing sneaking around? You almost scared me to death.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your ritual. I wouldn't have guessed voodoo was in practice at a place like this.
The doctor may be all about science, but I know these roots have power.
That's not Lottie then.
You know what's going on here? I have a feeling Derceto is cursed.
There are several players with stakes in this game. Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground. And it would all be a lot better if you could get your uncle out sooner than later.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I wish you the best of luck, Miss Harwood. I really mean that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to look after my gumbo.
What's a gumbo? I feel I should know that. Don't do that, Emily. Don't listen. Poor form. Who are you?
The housekeeper buried something in the flower patch beneath one of Dr. Gray's windows. She was singing in some Creole language, performing a peculiar bourgeois voodoo ritual. Certainly not an unfamiliar sight in the French Quarter, but voodoo had never felt this bitter to Emily.
The housekeeper. Oh. Okay, this game is a 1 out of 10. Holy shit. Burying a mummified cat. It's terrible.
This can't be.
I agree. So, the well.
What's that? It's another piece of broken plate.
It's the first one, actually. And we have a hose here now. It might have been there earlier, but we couldn't interact with it earlier. Either way, it's here now, and we can interact with it now. I see. We're going to flood the well. Anyway, as I was coming through that door, I realized that there is a chained lock here. But this is why I came here. That is a shortcut. Let's open you up.
It worked.
That sound effect kind of freaked me out. What do we have in here? A hose? Was a hose key item, not a key?
Now what's this?
And a hatchet. I'll stick with the fire poker for now. There we go. Once again, nothing there. What the hell? Let's switch that on. Oh, it might be too early for this. And I'm guessing what I need to do, because we're not smart enough to just stretch the existing hose, is we need to connect the hose to this. Yeah. You couldn't stretch it just, 1 meter further?
There we go.
I don't buy that game. That's a very dumb puzzle. Broken place, key item. Once again, not a key. So I'm guessing we're going to find another broken place and plug both into the boiler downstairs. That door's locked now. Can I go back through the housekeeper's quarters? Through the kitchen and whatnot? Or is that locked out? This door was locked earlier, so I've got a feeling it's going to be locked now. I can't even interact with it now, so we cannot re-enter... what does that say? Mags's room? I can't read it, it's too small. We can't go into the laundry, the pantry, or the kitchen. That place is locked out. We can still get into the boiler though, and that's one of our main objectives. Progress, we have a place. I assume it's a shotgun, but that could also be a rifle maybe. In fact, from the stock, I assume it is a rifle. I don't know. I'm not American, chat. I don't know my guns. She's left. What were you reading? Brightness from afar. Something about vagabonds. Nothing else in here? So at this point, I think we have to go upstairs. Can't go through the small parlor into the drawing room because the door is wedged. We do not have a key for Lottie's room, the medicinal box. I can go to the stair hall. Where does this take me? I've completely forgotten. In fact, I don't even know if I've been up here. I've not been up here. Dr. Gray's apartments and
It's wedged shut.
the mezzanine. So I need a tool to get into the drawing room and that door there, and I assume this door is also going to be locked. Private, no entry. Not today. Yeah, so at this point, I believe I have to go over here. Let's just make sure this ladder works as advertised. Not sure what the purpose of that shortcut is just yet, because it's not that far to just go into that room and then go around. That door's locked. We need to go upstairs now to room number 6.